Yo, it's your boy DZ, man. You already know it's not about the setback, it's about the get back. I want to appreciate everyone that's became a member, that subscribed to the channel, and that watches the channel. I appreciate all of y'all. If you haven't already, hit that notification bell. Hit the notification bell so you can be notified every time we go live. Man, I appreciate all y'all that rock with me, and I hope y'all continue to rock with me. What's poppin', fam? Shout out to all y'all that rock with SBGB TV, man. Y'all know we go in, we hear consistently, and we definitely don't want anyone to be confused about Wack100. We don't want no one to be confused. See, Wack running around the internet for a long time now. And he's always felt that he can change the narrative when he's in the hot seat by just going online and just saying anything, right? He's always felt that he can just go online and say something and then maybe sometimes use a reference. Oh yeah, such and such. Let me get him on the phone right now. What happened at this time? What happened at that time? When we know anybody that Wack gets to be a reference is going to be a liar. They're going to lie for him. They're not going to be honest. They're not going to say the truth. They're going to say whatever fits his narrative. That's his game. And he does it every time. You know, right now his go-to is Seti Nash, right? Seti Nash is his go-to whenever he's trying to verify something. Let me get Seti on the phone, right? Like, Seti Nash got some type of credibility on the internet where people believe him. Come on now. Seti Nash is not somebody that people believe. He just somebody that's on the internet. Don't nobody believe what he say. But this what Wack thinks though, because you know what these guys be thinking is because they got views on the internet that they have credibility. Not everybody that gets views on the internet is credible. But this is the stuff that these dudes be thinking. If they get some views, oh, they got the most credibility. No. Your videos is just getting pushed to the front by YouTube. That's it. That don't mean that you credible. Hell no. If you haven't already smashed the like button, hit the like button. Hit that subscribe button and share the live. You know I appreciate y'all, right? Just because your videos is getting pushed to the front of YouTube, that does not make you a reliable person, source at all. This is just what YouTube is doing. And a lot of these dudes be thinking that if they reference to people that get views on the internet, that it's reliable. No. This is how they created the manipulation game. This is how they made it where as though they can manipulate the people on the internet because they come together and run these plays and they think that as long as we get together and we got the views, the people is gonna believe us. So we got the ability to feed the people whatever we want and they gotta agree with it. This is how they doing it, right? But you know, you got people like me, DZ, SBGB TV, that we gonna keep it real. And we gonna be raw and authentic with it. We not gonna sit there and go with the get along gang in whatever somebody's saying to spin the narrative that we just going to agree with it. We not doing it. It's not happening with us, right? And it's never going to happen with us. We not doing that. But this is what they think. They think because they get views and they're pushed to the front of the YouTube that whatever they say is what it is. And this is why we going to keep stepping. Straight up. We going to continue to keep stepping nonstop every day, right? And now, right, I'm going to tell y'all now, to all the people that rock with SBGB TV, we going to make sure that at 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. every day that we got a clip coming out. Sometimes at 12. That's East Coast time. So West Coast time is going to be 6 a.m. It's going to be 1 p.m. and sometimes 9 a.m. Right? So these are the times we're going to drop these clips every day. You know, I'm going to make sure that I get dedicated to dropping the clips at a certain time. So even if people don't get the notifications, they can be able to know that a clip is dropped. And I got to put that in there and be consistent with it. Every day, no matter what, had the times for the clips to go out so people won't even have to worry about that I get a notification. They know. It's just like when you go to watch a certain show, you know what time that show come on. So rather if you got the notification on for the show to come on or not, you know what time the show come on. So we going to do that and we going to be consistent with that, right? Because y'all know DZ got hella things to clip. And this is a fact. I got so much content to clip. I don't think I can run out. I'm just being real. I got so much content I can clip. I could just be clipping stuff. I could take it back and clip and go crazy. You hear me? So we're going to definitely make sure that it's 9 a.m. in the morning, 4 p.m. in the afternoon, East Coast time, 6 a.m., 1 p.m. West Coast time, every day. You hear me? So we want to make sure that the radio's played. You know what I mean? We don't want to miss no spins on the radio so that everybody can hear this. Everybody need to hear this, man. You know, when I be taking them breaks, I think it make the radio go down. And I need the radio to continue to play. You know what I mean? Keep cycling this joint so that everybody can hear it. They can know, okay, DZ at it again. Yeah. Because we all know Wack is working, right? We know this. Wack want to lie to the world about the bag, right? And we going to talk about that today, right? Yeah, I seen a clip that Wack put up about the badge, and I just want to talk about that today because I know damn well that he's lying. Always lie. He's lying about that all together. About how he got the badge and, you know, when he got the badge, who the badge came from. It's all a lie. And if you really pay attention to it, right? When you listen to him tell the lie, you know it's a lie. Oh, man, it's a lie. Straight up. Because we all know he lies anyway. But the story that he gives about how he got the badge and who gave him the badge, it don't sound right. And we know for sure, dealing with Wack100, right? This is one thing we know for sure. When Wack is trying to explain something to everybody, he got to have a reference. That's the one thing we know for sure. Something got to be referenced. He talking about him not being an informant. He say, go get the paperwork, right? Show me the paperwork. You can show it for a dog, cat, horse, or whatever, right? But you won't see me on paperwork nowhere. He wants to reference to something, right? Whenever he's on No Jumper, he wants to reference to something. Hey, baby, you remember this, baby? Huh? Tell them what I said, baby. Yeah, tell me. What did I say, baby? What happened here? Didn't they say this, right? Hey, yo, hey, Third, Cuban Rob, Lil John. He's always wanting to reference to something. You know, he keep his broke homies as references. They got to reference everything. Yo, man, what happened with this? Y'all remember, right? Y'all know we gonna get down. I keep 120 years penitentiary with me, right? This shit sound good, man. But if you notice, right, with the badge, he said this retired police officer that was a gang member. I want y'all to pay attention to that, and we're gonna go revisit it, right? He said it was a retired police officer, motorcycle, highway, right? That was an ex-gang member that gave him the badge. Where's the reference at for that? So you don't call this retired police officer up and say, hey, yo, man, I know you retired. Come on out here and let everybody know that you gave me this badge, right? Because I'm trying to clear it up, and I want everybody to know that I got the badge from you as a retired police officer because of the relationship that I got with your daughter, right? Not one time did Wack ever bring anybody to represent that situation. And he never thought about it, right? His plan was to come and just tell everybody this story, which he all does, right? That was the plan. To just tell everybody this story about this badge and say, that's it. They gonna just believe my story. Now, this was a situation that went viral. The badge went viral all over the internet. Smash that like button, right? Hit the subscribe button, share the live. Let's get the likes popping. You in the building, hit the like button and share the live. I appreciate all you, right? The badge went viral all over the internet. Viral. Millions of views everywhere. Everybody seen this badge. But Wack never wanted anybody to validate where this badge came from, right? Never. Wack said that the girl's dad gave him the badge after he took her all around the country. He took her to London, everywhere, around the country, Paris, everywhere, right? You mean to tell me that this man was going to allow you, Wack100, to take his daughter all around the country and don't meet you? He never wanted to meet you and see who you are? He never wanted to get to know you? But after you took his daughter all across the globe, he said, here, it's a badge for you. I'm highway patrol. This badge is going to work out for you. And anytime You need it, you use it. I see you a good brother. You took my daughter everywhere, right? Without me knowing. You just took my daughter all over the country, everywhere, without me knowing. I didn't know who you are, right? I never met you, but today is the day at this graduation now, right? He says this at this graduation. He says, listen, this right here is for you. And said that it was his daughter's friend. Now I'm going to say this right here. And I can sense this because I got common sense, right? His daughter's mother, Kim, she wasn't going to allow her daughter to get on the internet and agree to this lie. This is why we've never heard from Wack's daughter with the lie. You remember Wack came on there and said, my daughter gonna vouch. Straight up. He came on there and said, my daughter gonna vouch. But we never heard Wack's daughter get on the internet and say, yeah, my dad got the badge from my friend's dad. Because the mom wasn't going for that. She sat there, I guarantee you, Wack's wife, Kim, said, you're not putting my daughter in the middle of that. And Wack didn't care at all, right? Dirtbag. Straight, serious dirtbag. He goes on the internet, even though the wife is like, you not putting my daughter in the middle of that, he still used her name without any proof. Wack never proved to the internet where this badge came from. Ever. Not from the person that was supposed to give it to him or his daughter. He just went to the internet and just told everybody, yo, the badge came from Highway. Yeah. It makes no sense at all. I'm just keeping it a buck. You know, I appreciate all y'all that rock with SBGB TV. And I'm going to let y'all go hear Wack say this, right? Hit that like button and hit the subscribe button. I'm going to let y'all hear Wack explain it to somebody again, right? And I want to see what y'all think about this. Because I know I ain't crazy. You hear me? And I understand that Wack is a certified liar. And that's a fact. There is no truth in that individual. He doesn't know how to be truthful. He's caught in his own ways of lying. He'll never be a truthful person. This has become a habit, an addiction. Wack is of the devil because of how he does things, lying, manipulating, deceiving people for destruction. He's of the devil. And I'm just keeping it a buck. But we gonna play this in a second, y'all. I need y'all to hear this. And I want y'all to think about what I just said. Straight up. I want y'all to think about what I just said. We know Wack gonna break it down to us. He gonna show you proof, right? When he starts saying paperwork and he wanna say who telling and who did this and who did that, and he gotta have a reference. Yo, look at this. Y'all see it right here. It's right here. Hold up. This is the one situation that went viral all across the internet. In all the ways he said he was going to prove it to us, he never did. And y'all know what I'm talking about. If you haven't already smashed the like button, hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button while you at it too. Share this live. This is something that people need to say to Wack. When he start talking about that badge, they need to say, hold up. What happened to your daughter showing us, telling us? Why didn't your daughter come to the internet and tell us? I can bet whatever Wack want. Wack, we can bet whatever you want that your wife said, my daughter is not getting in the middle of that. But Wack kept going because he already presented that image to the people. Straight up, he already presented the image to the people. It came from the highway patrol motorcycle, and it's my daughter's friend. All a lie. Nothing was truthful about it, man. I'm just keeping it a buck. If you haven't already, smash that like button. Hit the like button. Hit that subscribe button and share this live. Man, I appreciate all y'all that rock with SBGB TV. I gotta let y'all see this one, man. I gotta let y'all see this one, man. Yeah. Like, this dude here really thought, let me say this like this. This dude thought he had the internet figured out. DZ came in the building, right? And all the lies, I just turn around and tell y'all the truth. And I know it's eating him up inside. I know it's eating Wack up to the core that somebody is able to do this, and I never been close to him. So it's not like he can act like we had a relationship and he got this on me and he got that on me and we was beefing. Nigga, we never been cool in life. Never. Yeah, he met the situation that he wish he never met. But we gonna share this. Let y'all see it, man. Hit that subscribe button. Smash that like button, man. You know, I appreciate all of y'all, man. I want y'all to see this, and I want y'all to tell me, you know, what y'all think. I need y'all to tell me what y'all think on this one, man. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button, man. You know, it's your boy DZ, man. I sat there and thought about this. I said, man, I gotta come talk to my peoples about this. We gotta have some dialogue about this, you know? We gotta talk about this, man. Shout out to all y'all in the chat, man. All the people that rock with SBGB TV, shout out to all y'all, man. I see y'all. Appreciate the membership. Lady JJ, I see you. You hear me? Shout out to all y'all, man. Blue Chicken, Brooklyn, JR Gets Bread, Jam Meeks, Too's Much, Dustin, Latrice. You know, I appreciate all y'all. Shay, Run the Table, Poncho, Dustin. Man, you know I appreciate all y'all, man. Facts. Big facts. You know, hopefully I ain't forget. Nehemiah, hats off. Y'all know y'all my peoples, man. Straight up. Facts. But we gonna play this. I'm gonna let y'all hear this. Y'all tell me if it makes sense. It don't make no sense to me. Hell no. I just gotta be real. This doesn't make any sense. Straight up. We want to see Wack go get a highway patrol officer and bring him on the stage and say he gave you the badge. That's what we want to see. Because we know your daughter ain't coming. Hell no. She got strict instructions from her mother. Hey, yo, you not doing that. Hell no. That's his business. Let him go ahead and lie. You're not pulling my child into this lie about this badge that you got. We know this. You hear me? Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. Brooklyn! You know I appreciate all y'all, man. Facts. Let's hear this, though. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button, man.
Best friend, my daughter's best friend, her father, I didn't realize it was a retired motorcycle cop.
Okay.
But he was from the streets. He was a Crip out of Inglewood. They like legend Crips of IBC, right? Mm-hmm. Him and his wife were separated. But his daughter used to always be with us. So, I mean, I didn't took her around the world. London, she'd have been to Europe.
Did you have a badge?
No, listen, let me tell you about it, right?
You're so genius.
When they were going to their prom, the father, we had the prom at my house, before they leave. So the father came for my first time meeting him. He said, hey, man, let me have a word with you. Again, he's a retired motorcycle cop, but he's an ex-Crip. He's a street dude. Right? So he says, hey, man, my daughter tells me every time you take her places, you fire first class, whatever you do for your daughter, you do for her, and you didn't took her place I haven't been, I got a gift for you. He hands me a little bag. I'm like, what is this? He said, open it up. When I open it up, and I lost the damn, the badge fell out of it. So this is the wallet he gives me, right? So when I open it up.
Because you were on a live stream when this like all happened, right?
I did it on purpose.
Okay.
So when I open it up, you see what it says? Yep. Officer's brother. My best friend, my daughter's best friend, her father.
Hey, they don't even believe it. Straight up. You can tell they don't even believe Wack. Let's just be real. Hold up, man. Hold up, man. You done took this little girl all over the country, and the dad said, here, take this badge at the so-called graduation. Hey, Wack, that story, it wasn't it, man. I ain't even gonna lie. That story about where you got that badge from wasn't it, man. It don't even make no sense, man. You're lying. And you know, we know you're lying. Nobody's going for that, man. I'm gonna make sure that I'm gonna put it out there, you know? Because I know damn well that ain't where that badge came from. Not at all. Straight up. He said it wrong. IVC Crip who? Legends aren't IVCs on Crip. Damn, Wack. But if you see this, right? Wack always references something to the Crips. Yeah. You know he want to lock the Crips up. Freeze! Put your hands up! 600, get my cup. Get on the ground! We taking all the Crips to jail. Get on the ground! Hurry up, 600. Come on. They lock them all up. They going down. Freeze! Yeah. He want to lock all the Crips up. Yeah. Straight up. Hey, Wack. We challenge you, Wack. We challenge you to show us this retired cop. Straight up. Let us see this. Where is this retired cop at that gave you a badge? And he's a Crip. Damn. Wack came off the top of his head with that. Straight up. Just lying. It's just bad. But the world knows Wack is them people, right? Yeah. Wack is them people all the way live. That's him. But he tries to make everybody look at everybody else as them people, right? And I'm going to be real, it backfired. His whole mission was to make everybody else look like the snitch, the police, right? But it backfired because everybody's looking at you as them people. And there's no reversing this. I'm just being real, Wack. You can sit there and play dumb, right? If you want. That's your personal business, right? But there's no reversing you being them people. We don't care what you say about show me the paperwork. Nigga, you are the paperwork. Wack100 is the paperwork. Nobody need to see no paperwork. Hold up. This dude here will put a snitch allegation on a joker quick. No paperwork, no nothing. That's where you messed up at, Wack. Because the times when you didn't have no content, you start putting jackets on people that weren't true. You might have got through, but you was like knee deep in this thing. You had a mission. So you putting jackets on people that it's not even true. When you ain't had no content, you just making it up. Let me just make this up. Yeah, all right, I'm gonna just say whatever. Now, you done went so far, it ain't no fixing it. I don't care who you go get. You can try to go get this person, that person. You on there talking with the boy Bimmy and, hey, listen, Wack, I'm telling you, you ain't gotta listen to me. Straight up. But everybody watch you, Wack, to see who about to go to jail, man. That's all they watch you for. This why the book don't sell. Nobody's buying the book. Everybody's paying attention to you to see who about to go to jail. That's it. They not looking for Wack to tell them nothing positive. They not looking for Wack to teach them nothing. They looking for who the next nigga that's about to get indicted. Straight up. That's where Wack's support come from. And he really think that he got real supporters. Nah, nigga, you got people looking at who else about to go to jail, who about to get locked up, who about to get a case. What card is under investigation? What angle is the gang task force going in there? Straight up. That's what people looking at Wack for. They want to see what angle is the gang task force going in. Who they about to get? Because Wack's on a mission. And everybody know it now. You know, it done got so loud out here that you can't hide it. You can go every day and try to point somebody else out as a rat. And listen, if anybody got sense, they'll look at you and know who the rat is. We just look at this nigga. Here go the rat. This the rat. Hold up. Anybody that been to jail and done time, right? They gotta know who the rat is. The only nigga that's in the middle of everything that don't never get questioned. The guy that always knows everybody's business and case information and always lying. Y'all got on there, lied on Pooh Shiesty. Straight up, lied on him. Y'all really got up there and lied. No paperwork or nothing. They talking about they got a proffer. Man, nobody see no damn proffer. Where? These niggas said they got a proffer. Ain't nobody see no damn proffer. Y'all niggas smoking crack, man. Straight up. Y'all niggas gotta be smoking crack, man. Ain't nobody see no proffer. Where? This is crazy. But this what these niggas doing for content. This what they doing for content, man. And it's like, y'all playing yourself now because it's people like me, right, that ain't letting up. So, you know, at one point, right, y'all used to flip the story and change the direction. That was y'all ill at one point. Flip the story, change the direction, and it ain't holding that weight no more. We here every day making sure that people know what it is. So when y'all used to do that, it would work because then you'll change the subject, right? And when you change the subject, nobody's thinking about the other stuff that they knew you was lying about. Now, we not changing the subject. Niggas a rat. You the rat. Every time you say somebody else is a rat, we making sure that we reference to you being a rat. We not letting it up. I know you wish you never called me, right? In life, right? All these other people, they was cool with Wack on Clubhouse at one time, right? All of them. DZ never been cool with Wack on Clubhouse. Never. Everybody that go at Wack, once upon a time, they was over there on Clubhouse with Wack. They was all polying in the rooms. They was teaming up on people. Then something came across their brain, and this dude ain't right. The first time I seen the situation with Keefy D, No Jumper, I knew he wasn't right. It ain't take me to be around him and on Clubhouse and acting like I want to run content with the nigga to see he ain't right. That thing was bold. It was easy to spot like a high yellow Hummer. I knew he wasn't right. I said, hold up, man. Something ain't right with this dude. Hell no. Wack thought that he had the GAME to run on me about the No Jumper situation. Suspect number 4, man. Oh, yeah. This is suspect number 4. How is suspect number 4 in the middle of everything, but don't never have no situation with the law? And he telling us about everybody else is a rat. Anybody that deal with Wack, you a fool for putting yourself in that situation. Straight up. Anybody that deal with Wack100, you are a fool for putting yourself in that situation, knowing that everybody that deals with him ends up in a bad situation. You a fool. Seti Nash think he got something going on rocking with Wack. Wack turns on everybody to make sure that he got something over your head. And eventually, right, he gonna turn on Seti Nash. Appreciate that super chat. Run the table. Appreciate you. Eventually, he gonna turn on Seti Nash too. Damn right. Oh yeah, it's coming. See, Seti Nash ain't that smart. Not at all. Hell no. Wack get online, right? And give him some type of credit that make him feel good. Man, Shetty Nash is smarter than Loose Cannon. Hold up. Is he? He telling everybody he run around 30 deep and he a gang member on the internet. Is that smart? You telling everybody you run around 30 deep and you a gang member on the internet, and then dude already said when he was going to them trials and stuff that the feds was running up on it. You think he's smart? Nah. See, Wack be over there playing these bulls. Yeah. He get them all comfortable, right? Because they soft as drugstore cotton, right? They all want to be a part of something. They all looking to be around some people, right? Wack, get over there, get under these bulls, and then the next thing you know, the feds is popping up. I'm going to tell you about these snitches, right? All the people that get out there and they be telling, snitching, they all continue to commit crimes because they feel like they always have a resource to get out of their situations. This is how every snitch operates. And this is a fact. All the snitches think that whenever they do something, all they got to do is tell again. This is why they continue to be criminals. Niggas don't snitch and change their life. No. They snitch and continue to be criminals because they looking at it like, man, I know how to get out of this. I did it before. I'm going to pull my big one off. I'm going to keep an ace in the hole. All Wack do is get next to everybody, and then he get to pick and choose who he want to line up. That's all he do. So anybody getting next to the bull, right? We already know you on that list. You just don't know it, right? All the people that be out there trying to protect Wack, oh, he good. Nah, I know Wack would never do this. Wack from California, he would never do this. The niggas in California don't rock with him at all. Them niggas in Cali don't rock with Wack. Hell no. Hell no. No. But he get next to y'all dudes, right? And make sure that he got the pick of the litter. That's all he do. He get next to all you podcasters, all you rappers, all you people in the entertainment game, and make sure that he got a pick of the litter. That's all he do. And niggas don't understand it until they pick. Oh, you it, nigga. It's like tag, you it. He tagging niggas. You it, you it, you it. Anybody that's out there running around, if you doing anything wrong, right? Wack100's coming around you and he's just observing what you into. Straight up, turn his phone on, record you, observing everything you doing, watching the people you around. It's like he taking notes in his phone about what you got going on so that he got information when he want to blackmail you. But he's still going to turn you in anyway. Straight up. Nigga's still going to turn you in anyway. But he used the information so he can blackmail you. It's a dirty game, man. Straight up. If you haven't already smashed that like button, hit the like button. You in the building, smash that. Hit the subscribe button too while you at it. Share the live. Real recognize real. Wack been doing this consistently. He got a pattern. It's a pattern. I don't understand how niggas is rocking with it. It's a pattern. These dudes be so looking at, I'm going to make some money, and then they all get played. He even got Adam. Adam got a lawsuit now that's heavy. This all come from dealing with Wack. Now, Adam that had other lawsuits, right, up there at No Jumper. But it ain't been heavy as this one. Oh, hell no. He done had other lawsuits, yeah. But it ain't been heavy as this one. And this one come from Wack. Adam's most expensive lawsuit came from his relationship with Wack100. And that's a fact. I guarantee you, if I ask Adam, yo, have you had a bigger lawsuit than you got going on right now? He gonna say no. It came from Wack. This is what happened with everybody that deal with Wack. This ain't no coincidence. Wack sabotages everybody he deals with. This is why a lot of people don't deal with him, because they know he sabotages everybody. But you get some of these people out here, right, that really don't understand the game of life and dealing with people. They're willing to take this risk, right? They're willing to take a risk. Literally. They're willing to take a risk and say, all right, I'm going to make some money here, right? And it always goes the other way. You might make a little bit of money, right? And I'm going to give it to you in street terminology for all the people that rock with SVGB TV, so you can understand it in street terminology, right? So it's just like a joker you know got to work. They got bud, they got work, they got something, right? But they're known for robbing niggas, right? But they got something for a good number. They done robbed somebody, and now they got some work, right? And you like, man, this my folks. They ain't never robbed me. They wouldn't dare rob me, right? So they selling you the work or the bud or whatever, right? And then they run out. You call them up. Yo, I need something heavy. They like, all right, come through. I got you. You get there. Soon as you get there, all right, come in the back. I got it right here. Come here. Man, get that shit up. Oh, what's up, man? You my folks. Nah, nigga. You know what it is. Man, you would never do this to me, yo. Hold up. Man, get this shit up, man. It's hard times out here right now. This is the type of person Wack is with the people that he deal with. But he doing it a different way. He gonna deal with you until it gets sticky. Then he gonna throw you away. And sit in your face and act like, man, I ain't do nothing. Hold up. Like the robbery nigga that'll get you over there, line you up, get his shit up, and then say, man, I ain't mean to rob you. I ain't mean to do that. I ain't mean to do that. Man, you robbed me, bro. Man, I ain't mean that. I was just going through something that day, man. Listen, we'll get through that. So you gonna sit in my face knowing that you robbed me and act like nothing happened? See, people gotta learn the hard way though, right? It's a lot of people that gotta learn the hard way in the game. You know, when I was running around out there, I would never take that kind of risk with jokers at all. That's just me. I would never take that kind of risk with jokers. No, hell no. If I heard anything fishy about you, I don't care how much I can make dealing with you or what you got. I don't care about that. It's never worth the risk. But I see now, this is what people don't understand with this internet, right? Because they really haven't experienced that in the streets. So you got this joker like Wack running around and they feel like this might work with me. He not going to do the same thing with me as he did with them. And he always turns around and do the exact same thing. This how it worked though. He turn around and do the exact same thing. And the next thing you know, situation that went sour. You gotta be a fool to do business with Wack. I'm just being real. You gotta be a fool to do business with Wack. Because it always turns out the same way in a negative. Wack ain't helping nobody. Hell no. He too far in the red. Money don't look the same to Wack now. Nah, he just trying to survive. It don't got the same feeling. You know, when you get into something, right? And you chasing a goal or something like that, it feels different because you on a mission. Man, Wack just out here living. Everything that went sour for Wack. He know all the relationships is bad. It done went sour. It ain't gonna never be the same, ever. So he just living. He don't care how he screw you over. He don't care what happens in your life. He don't care about none of that. It's about what he can get out of you. How he can work you. And if he can work you, he gonna work you. Straight up. We all see everybody that deal with Wack end up in a situation. Everybody. Everybody. His mentality. Wack doesn't have a business mentality at all. He just formed connections. Just because you form connections with people don't mean you have a business mentality. Hell no. Because Wack wants to use street muscle mentality with business. That don't mean you got no business mentality. That just mean you a goofy trying to live like you in the streets when you should be just doing business. Everybody know that Wack is fufafi, man. The time has definitely showed everybody the type time that Wack is on. And it ain't no coming back from this. Hell no. I'm gonna make sure, you know, see, I'm a law-abiding citizen, right? I'm a law-abiding citizen, and I love it, right? So I ain't gotta worry about breaking the law. I don't smoke. I don't drink. Man, ain't no reason to bother me. Yeah, you know, they all catch us up running around smoking, drinking, out in the street. It make it easy for them to get you. You out there running around high in the car, you are drinking. If I go out, I'm drinking water. I got H2O in the cup. It's a hell of a feeling. Yeah. I ain't giving them no reason. None. Facts. I ain't giving them no reason. And this shit feel amazing. I can't even lie to you. This is why Wack know he can't do nothing with me. How you gonna do something with a person that really came through the storm, hard body, And there's no reason for you to push him out there in the fire. Yeah, not at all. There's no way for him to come at me. This is why Wack just gotta watch me go in. That's all he gotta do. That's all he can do is watch me go in daily. Man, this nigga, man, that nigga hate my guts. Just watch me go in daily. Yeah. Don't try to make up a lie. You're gonna make me even hotter. You know what I'm saying? I think he know that with me. I'm just saying. I think he know that with me. Don't make up a lie because the niggas already pointing out all my lies. Don't do that. Whatever I do, don't do that. Because if he make up a lie after day in and day out, I'm pointing out the lies. Oh man, he might light it up for real around here. Yeah. I can't make up a lie with him. Yeah. Cause we waiting. Oh man. We ready. For sure. And you know, I appreciate all y'all that be rocking with SBGB TV. If you haven't smashed the like button, hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button too. If you haven't subscribed, share the live. Y'all know we gonna go in on Wack all the time, non-stop. Because we want to make sure that nobody is left out. Man, there's new people come around here every day. They like, damn, hold up. So this why they know not to say nothing about me, because it's a lot of people that don't know me and it's a lot of people that do know me. If they say something, it make more people know who I am. Yeah. They've been so used to lying to the internet for content, right? I'm telling the truth. I come from the street. A nigga from the street, right? Telling that truth with that lingo behind it, he dangerous. I ain't even gonna lie. A nigga from the street telling the truth with that lingo behind it is dangerous. Very. You hear me? And then you don't got somebody to go at to try to like pull them against me. That's dangerous. That's dangerous. You know, that's Wack whole angle. To see who you rock with, right? And then go try to get next to him and act like he their friend. Y'all see what he did with Loose Cannon, brother? His twin brother. Man, Wack was acting like the twin brother was his homie. Straight up. Like they broke bread together. Heavy. When he wanted to bring him on No Jumper, see, I know the angle. This is why I break it down and tell y'all. That's what he did. He went and grabbed Loose Cannon brother. The closest person to Loose is twin brother. The closest person. Nobody's closer to Loose Cannon than his twin brother. Nobody. Nigga, they came out of the same nookie together. He go get the closest nigga and make him feel like, yo, this my homie. Yeah, sit down there, talk to him, make him feel comfortable, right? This is his game. I'm telling y'all the nigga game. Grab it, nigga. Yo, man, look out for you. Yeah, it's my mans. Yo, word up. It's my mans. Yo, we rocking hard body, right? Get you to say what he wants you to say and then turn on you. That's what the nigga do. get you to say what he wants you to say, and then turn on you. It's ill. But he don't got nobody to do that with me. So it's like crushing him. He know if he make a lie up on me, right? We gonna go hard in the paint on it, right? It's just gonna crush his credibility more, right? So he can't get nobody to go at me, right? That's next to me that I done embraced to make it look good for the internet, right? Because that's the whole game. To get somebody that's next to you so that when he brings them to the internet, it make it like it's real. Yeah, this is homie right here. This is his homie. He can't get that, right? He can't lie on me because I'm going to crush the lie. So it's eating him up. He got to hear about SBGB TV all the time. I'm sure people be asking, he be tired. Man, I got to work on that dude anyway, man. I put the work out. All right, man, it's almost been a year. Man, we ain't seen no work yet. It's almost been a year. We ain't seen no work yet. Where is that? Straight up. We ain't seen it. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Hit the subscribe button. Smash that like button, man. That like button ain't hurt nobody. Hit the like button. That don't hurt nobody. It don't cost you nothing for the like button. That should be law. When you come through, boop, hit this like button. Straight up. You know, I appreciate all y'all that rock with SBGB TV. Y'all know we keep it a buck. Wack gotta feel this. We gonna make sure. You know, I know Wack sit there and he thinking, and how can I stop this guy, right? How can I stop him? He wanted to bet me my channel. Like, damn. That's why we started another one. He said, all right, we're gonna start another one. Because I know they sick about this. We're gonna start another one. Eventually, we're gonna start another one. Right? We're gonna make sure that we got enough channels on YouTube that the message is gonna get out there. Straight up. We're gonna make sure that we got enough channels on YouTube that it get out there and Wack can't escape this. Straight up. It's gonna be so much that he can't escape it. Now, we got 10 months in and we got so many people, right, that done turned up. We got niggas talking about Wack every day. And y'all know it. I be seeing these dudes now. I be laughing. I ain't even gonna lie, y'all. I be laughing. Some of y'all be sending me links to these weirdos, and I don't even click. I click it, and then I click off. I'm like, here go the weirdo. I ain't gonna lie. I don't watch them niggas, man. I gave them the courage to talk about Wack every day. They all talked about Wack periodically. SBGB TV gave all these niggas the courage to talk about Wack every day. And I love it. That don't mean I'm gonna watch them niggas. Straight up. I love it, but it don't mean I'm gonna watch them niggas. I love it because the message is getting out there. That's why. They come over here and watch me. Damn right. I can do this shit fluently. Come on now, because I come from the streets. A lot of these niggas, they wasn't nothing in the street. They might have ran around the streets, Nigga, I was that in the streets. So I can say it fluently. Watching the police run around the internet and line niggas up. This ain't hard. This shit easy. You know how many years I ducked the police? Hold up. You know how many years I ducked the nigga police? Man, I done that a lot. The niggas that's police, the Wack100s. You know how many years I ducked them niggas? Hold up. In my time out on the street, it been plenty of those type of niggas that try to come holler at me. Yo, what's up, homie? Man, I see you doing your thing. What's happening? You know, I gotta get with you, man. Man, I ducked so many of them niggas in the street. That's why it's so easy to smell that nigga. I make sure that them type of niggas don't ever get next to me. Straight up. I see a nigga like Wack, right? In the street. No cap. When they ask me for a number, right? I can have my phone in my hand. I'm like, man, I ain't taking no calls right now. My shit ain't working right now. Straight up. I see a nigga like Wack in the street, right? When I was out there, I can have my phone in my hand. And I tell a nigga, man, my phone ain't working. I ain't taking no calls right now. My shit ain't working. Straight up. Nigga, there's no amount of money that would make me do business for the rat that I know gonna turn on me later. Nigga, I'm gonna go get mine out the mud. Straight up. I'm gonna go get mine over this way. Because I know dealing with you, I'm gonna have an issue. Wack the type of person that do business with you, right? And then tell somebody that he know is a snake where you got to work at, how much you got. That's the type of nigga Wack is. Yeah, that nigga got this. Yeah, I just gave him this. Next thing you know, you taking the L, messing with a joker like Wack. I'm just keeping it a buck. His character explains it all. You're not going to sit here and constantly yell on the internet and say you fuck everybody over and think that nobody's supposed to pay attention to it. But that's what he doing. The nigga yell on the internet and say, I'ma fuck everybody over, right? You really want niggas to do business with you? Hold up. Oh, nah, I ain't doing no business with that nigga. So I'm gonna take a risk. And I never been that type of joker when I was out there. Hell no. I'm not taking a risk at all. Not me. If you haven't already smashed that like button, hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Share the live. Whatever you see a person do to another, he will do to you. Facts too much. That's a fact. That is a fact. Without a doubt, he will do it. And I'm watching him screw everybody else over. I know damn well what he gonna do to everybody. Straight up. If you haven't hit that like button, hit that like button, man. Hit that subscribe button. Straight up. Hit that subscribe button. We gonna make sure though, we ain't stopping. You know, we ain't stopping. Yeah. And the grind is up. We working though. You hear me? Especially how Wack brags about how he lined people up. Straight up. The dude will tell everybody, yo, I'm lining you up. Yeah. That nigga said he screw over Christians, Muslims, Bloods, and Crips. Oh, that was enough. I heard it all. I said, hold on. They screw over all them? Oh, they ill. They gonna say, I'm gonna teach you how to politic your hand in the game. Nigga, you ain't gonna teach me. Nigga, I'm gonna learn on my own. Nigga, you ain't teaching me nothing. Straight up. Appreciate the new membership, run the table. I'm gonna learn on my own. Dude telling me, I'm gonna show you how to politic. Nigga, I don't want you to show me nothing. What's wrong with you? You got me confused. Yeah, but this how he be running that game to people. You know, I'm gonna show you how to politic your hand in this game. Now you ain't gonna show me, nigga. Show somebody else. Straight up. You know, I ain't playing no games. Hit that like button, though. Hit that subscribe button, man. The world knows that Wack100 is the biggest rat there is. The biggest, but the smallest at the same time. He's just the biggest rat, but he's the shortest guy, but he's the biggest rat. He's the biggest little rat. Let's just say it like that. He's the biggest little rat. That's how we got to say that. Wack100 is the biggest little rat. Yeah. Straight up. Oh, yeah. And ain't no getting out of this. You know, we ain't stopping at all. We making sure that his BS is exposed on the internet. Yeah. You know, he thought he had the internet under control, though. Wack thought he had the, like, I don't know how anyone could think that. And you know, when he got with Vlad, Academics, and Adam, oh, he really thought he had it. He thought he was unstoppable. He thought that it was no stopping. They can't stop me now. But this how God works. You hear me? This how God works. When you think that you can create mass destruction, a message will be sent. Straight up. A message will be sent. Wack thought he could create mass destruction on the internet. Man, I can destroy everybody's lives on the internet. I'm sure he sat back with R&B and said that too. Man, I can destroy anybody I want on the internet. Straight up. Straight up. You said those niggas scared of Wack. That's what it gotta be. I don't understand why he gets so many opportunities. It's crazy. Wack get a lot of opportunities too. Just to screw people over. That's it. He come with the nice guy persona. That nigga plotting the whole time. Yeah. I don't need the experience. Nigga, shit. I know what it is. You going to jail. I think Wack is the type of person, right, that'll get around you and try to talk you into some criminal stuff. This how I see it. I think he the type of person that get around you and talk you into some criminal stuff and then turn you in. I'm just being real. And I'm going to say this, right? when I was a juvenile, right? They sent me to this program called Glen Mills, right? And I was there for a whole year. And I got to tell you about this program, right? People in the program was watching each other, basically. You know, the staff there would do their job as staff, but they had the juvenile inmates watching each other. And it was like a campus you was on, right? So it would be people on the campus that would have certain type of status or would be trying to get their status, right? And what they would do is, if you was a person to catch somebody trying to run away from the facility, they would bump your status up instantly, right? You would go to the status called a bull instantly, right? Whereas though you get to roam around by yourself a little bit, you get to have, you know, oversee other people, you gain instant status, right? And I'm gonna tell you what jokers used to do. Real rap. They would talk you in to running from the program because it was an open campus, right? So you could run, but most of the time you would get caught, right? I think I remember that I was there for a whole year. I think one time it was some people that ran and got away. They was running cross country and they took off and they had somebody there to pick them up though. So it like worked out, they got away. But you rarely seen that, right? But people would be like, yo, I want to run. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that's trying to get status. And they would find like a weak-minded individual and be like, yo, we gonna run, right? And talk the person into running. And then, soon as it's ready to go down, they're telling people, right, all right, we ready to run. Come on, let's run. Soon as the joker run out the door, they'll say, green light, he running. And then start going on it, because if you run, the other inmates could jump on it, right? And they would give credit to the person that stopped you from running and give you status. So people would do this. They would talk niggas in, yo, this how I see Wack100, like real rap. They would talk you into running and be like, yo, we gonna run, nigga. And nigga be ready to run and everything. Soon run out the door, green light, he running. Now they jump on you, grab you. They get to punch you upside your head a couple times, right? Staff come, staff then turned you around, bounced you, did everything under the sun, right? Beat you up, and that person got status behind that. So when I see Wack100, right, I look at him as that type of individual. Whereas though he gets around people, right, and portrays to be this gangster and this thorough individual and talks people into negative things. But then when you go ahead and commit those negative acts, he turns you into the police. This is what type of individual I see Wack is. You hear me? I don't know how y'all see him, but I'm going to just keep it real. With me, that's what I see him as the same type of individual to influence you to do wrong, but then turn on you to get stripes. I want to know, y'all let me know, do y'all feel that he's that type of individual? Put a 1 in the chat if you feel like he's that type of individual. Blue Chicken, I appreciate you gifting those memberships. Appreciate you, Blue Chicken. I want y'all to tell me that though, right? Let me know. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all feel that he's that type of individual. Because I really feel like that's his style. Get around you, play that gangster tough role, talk you into doing something wrong, and then tell the police on you. This is how I feel like he did lose Cannon with the situation outside of no jumper. I really feel like Wack talked Loose Cannon because Loose Cannon was an enforcer for Wack100. That's who he was an enforcer for. So I feel like from the conversation that we've heard on the phone with Loose Cannon and Jay Reed and Wack telling Loose that you needed to beat up Travis Ford. You got to handle him, right? Loose Cannon says, I'm going to break his jaw. I got it, right? So I feel like Wack did the exact same thing to Loose as I just was speaking of. Talked him in to going all the way outside of no jumper, and then called the police on him afterwards. Got the no jumper staff to take pictures of all the evidence after he got this man and his crew to commit the crime. Because Wack say he glad that they recorded it. Straight up. Wack says that he's glad that they recorded it, right? Man, I'm going to put out the first call. I got to put that out by next week. I might put it out this weekend, next week. I got to put that first call out all in one. I got to do that. It's like 2 hours long, right? I got to put that call out all in one. I got to drop that joint, man. I'm just being real. So that y'all can hear Wack when he called it. And I got to do Loose Cannons too. I got to put those calls out in one so everybody can hear it. Straight up. Because Wack was riding with Loose so hard January 1st, 2025. But when it came to March 19th, I think it was, 2025, it faded out. When it came to April, May, Loose Cannon wasn't his homie no more. But March 1st, December 26th, 2024, that was his man. That was his road dog. They was locked in. They was locked. You mean to tell me that they was locked in? Soon as the man go to jail, Wack say, I ain't had nothing to do with nothing. That wasn't me. I'm glad he recorded it. And nobody thinks that he's the police, or he thinks that nobody thinks that he's the police. That don't even make sense, nigga. I can't believe that Wack literally is acting like all of these people that watch the internet, millions, that nobody understands that he's the police, though. That right there is crazy. Millions of people watch the internet, and he acts like nobody knows that he's the police. Nobody. Can't nobody figure this out? Nah, they can't figure out. I'm the police now. Nah, that's because I got paperwork on this nigga, that nigga. You gotta be kidding me. I can't believe that he thinks this, though. It's like real funny to me. But we gonna keep making sure that we expose it non-stop so that nobody's confused. Yeah. And we give the other channels the courage. Straight up. But I gotta say this, right? And I'm being real with this, you know. And this ain't no shade to none of the other channels or anything, but this is just real. None of them can deliver it like me. None of them. So they can watch me. They can try to say some of the things I say, but nobody can deliver this the way I do. Nobody. This is a gift that I got. And I gotta be real. This is a gift. So all of them can talk about things that, you know, they might hear me say, but nobody can deliver it with their words the way I do. Straight up. Nobody. Because I got a different level of street experience that niggas like me don't come to the internet. Man, I said, man, I told myself, I ain't gonna lie, man, I got to do something different in life. You hear me? You not keeping me in the street my whole life? Hell no. I told myself, you not keeping me in the streets for life. I'm getting out. And I say this to all the street niggas out there. Man, we all got different kind of talents, man. Straight up. And we got good talents. Real rap. We got good talents. You got to do different stuff to find out what's for you though, right? Straight up. I know, right, with myself that I got talent in anything that I want to do. The only thing with me, myself, is I got to want to continue to do it. That's the only thing with me. Because some things in life, right, I'll be like, I'm tired of that. I ain't doing it no more. I don't care. I'll stop. You hear me? I'll stop and don't care. I know that about me and go do something else. That's one thing I know about me. That's just me. If I'm tired of something, I feel like it's stressing me out, I feel like I'm overwhelmed, then I'll stop on a dime. I don't care about that. Straight up. Yeah. I had that ability in the street. If I felt that it was hot out and them people was lurking, I'll stop that day. That minute, I'll quit. That day. Straight up. This is the type of person I am, right? You know, I like to tell y'all about me when I go in as well, right? This is the type of person I am. This is why I ain't even gonna lie. I was a problem for them people. When I was out there, I would stop it on a drop of a dime. If I smelt anything out of line, I quit now. I don't care who waiting on me. I don't care who needs something. I don't care about none of that. I quit now. When everybody don't have that ability. Everybody can't do that. I don't care how much money's involved. I don't care who it is. I quit. Niggas that know me personally, they'll say, man, that nigga quit quick. Nigga, I don't care if I feel anything wrong. Nigga, I quit. I don't care about nothing. I quit. And I know that's why when I was in the street, I was a problem for them people. Yeah, if I seen something that I thought was them people, I quit. Now, not later, now. Drop of a dime. I don't care who called me. I don't care what you got. I quit. Go find it somewhere else. Who cares? Man, come on, man. I don't care. Nigga, I don't feel right. I don't feel right. Nigga tell you, man, damn, man. Man, I got my peoples waiting. Man, I don't care. I don't care who you got waiting, nigga. I don't care. Because it ain't no restart. When they grab your ass, ain't no restart. And I think that's what got me through that lifestyle. Just being real. So I use the same instincts with other things. This is why I'm different. This is why I'm always going to be a problem. And we coming from the bottom now. This is all bottom work. This is all bottom work. And that grind is here. That's why I know I'm going to be a problem. I'll continue to be a problem. Yeah. That's my style. And anybody know me, they'll tell you the same thing. Man, that nigga there, what? He different. I don't care what you got. I don't care what you talking about. I don't care how I know you. Nigga, I quit. Now. You know, you gotta have those type of instincts though in life. And that's what gets you through. You know, and now, right? I understand that I'm dealing with the internet, right? So now I'm dealing with a bigger variety of people, right? More personalities, right? So I gotta expand my way of thinking. I gotta look at this a total different way when it comes to things. Because in different areas, there's different mentalities and there's different things that, you know, people are doing. Different slicknesses, right? And I understand when you grind in a certain way, you got to stay locked in. Appreciate that super chat, Blue Chicken. Intuition and gut feeling. Problem, who cares? My girl, follow. My gut follow. Blue Chicken, I appreciate the super chat. Appreciate you. Yeah, so, you know, the things that I've been through, you know, built me for where we going, you know, and I don't care who try to pay attention to DZ, they can't deliver it like me. Yeah, I can sit here and do this, right? I can do this. I know I got this, though. I tell y'all I got this, you know, and I rock with y'all, you know. All the people that rock with SVGB TV, I rock with y'all. Facts. Sit here and do this. We can have a dialogue, man. We can have a dialogue. You know, I gotta edit the 607 on interview. I ain't edit yet, man. I gotta get to it, man. I'm gonna try to get edited tomorrow. Man, I'm telling you, I'm trying to do multiple things. I'm almost done with the damn song. I'm working on, I'm like, I got some paperwork I'm trying to do at the same time. I'm making sure I'm here consistently, content. Yeah. And I ain't gonna lie. When I get up in the morning, I ain't gonna lie, not in the morning, after I get up, because it be afternoon a lot of the time. Sometimes it be right before afternoon. It take me an hour and a half, 2 hours to get started. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm like, man, I gotta get my head right. And I gotta sit there for a second. I gotta let my equilibrium level out. Man, it take me a second to get started. You know, but y'all know we working. Yeah, and I'm gonna always come put the show on. I know I'm coming to put the show. I mean, once in the blue, I gotta take a break. You know, I took that one day off a couple days ago. I had to reevaluate. You know what I'm saying? I said, all right, sit back. I gotta drop my clips at 9 and 4. You know what I'm saying? That's my time. So you know, East Coast time, 9 and 4, the clips is dropping every day. I don't care if I gotta drop an old clip. 9 and 4, they drop it every day. I gotta lock that time in, you know, and sometimes 12, you know, but 9 and 4, you can look for a clip from me, you know. Man, I appreciate all y'all that be rocking with SBGB TV, man. Wack is them people, right? And he called the real live street nigga. That's where he messed up at. That's where Wack messed up at. He called a real live street nigga. He ain't called some peewee that he just thought that he could manipulate. Because I told y'all, niggas like me usually don't come to the internet. Straight up. We don't usually come here. We be scared. But I felt it in my heart, you know, that this is the change of my life. I ain't even gonna lie. I felt it. I said, man, this is the change of my life. I said to myself, I know it. I've been paying attention. I said, nah, the internet is going to be the change in my life. You know, real stuff. And it's going to take a nigga to a whole nother level. Yeah. I ain't eager to, you know, partner up and put myself in a situation. I ain't eager to none of that. I just want to grind. You hear me? I just want to grind. And, you know, whatever I do, I want to have ownership. And I just want to grind. You know, that's where my mind state is. Whatever I do, I just want to have ownership and grind. That's it. And be consistent. Yeah. I can smell it. You know, I appreciate all y'all, man. Y'all know I appreciate all y'all. You know, I'm learning a lot of people's personalities, you know, and one thing that I know how to do, right, is I know how to adapt. I'm just being real. I'm on here learning people's personalities, people that call in, people that text, you know, people that I might have a conversation with off of the channel. I'm learning people's personalities, but I am a good adapter. You know, I adapt well, trust me. So, you know, it's an experience for me as well, you know, but y'all know I appreciate all of y'all, and that's a fact. You know, we have great dialogue. You know, sometimes, right, I like, you know, reading the comments in the chat, and then, you know, me just talking in the dialogue. Not all the time do I want to talk on the call. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I mean? Not all the time, you know? So sometimes I just want to rap, let me rap, you know? Because This therapy for me too. I tell y'all that all the time. This is therapy for me too. Straight up. I know some people it's therapy for y'all, for us to have this dialogue. You know, you in the chat and we doing this live. You know, this therapy for me too. Just keeping it a buck. You know. And I love to keep it real. You know, that's how we coming to this thing, you know, blow to where it blow to. We going all the way real. Listen, that's why when people be trying to say, I need to link up with this person, I'm not linking up with nobody like that. But I might be doing some lives real soon. I'm gonna keep that there. You hear me? I might be doing some lives real soon. You know, y'all know y'all my peoples, right? So coming soon, y'all might see somebody on the live with me sitting right next to me. Oh, we gonna do a couple lives together. You know, couple videos together. You know, so don't be surprised. You know what I'm saying? You know, I appreciate all y'all that be rocking with me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And we gonna put it together, you know, doing content. Doing content. Yeah. But I ain't having no damn YouTubers around me. Hell no. I ain't having no YouTubers around me. Nah. I can't trust nobody. You know what I mean? They be done flipped on me. You know, Wack be feeling like he can get one up. Oh yeah. He was around such and such. Oh man. That's the perfect angle to go at him. You know, he be reaching out to them. Man, just lie on SBGB TV for me, man. Just lie on him. I need you to lie on him. Yeah, we gonna run this content on him. I want you to say this, say that, and we gonna lie on him, man. He been telling the truth about me for too long. We gotta lie on him. You know what I mean? Yeah. I really feel like, you know, when YouTubers get together, like, I'm just being real, right? When they get together and start, you know, trying to make that content together, somebody's gonna have a better light than the other, right? So this person might have more charisma than you, right? And then you lose the value of who you are. I feel like with the YouTube game, you gotta create your lane and your audience. You can't mix YouTubers in your lane and your audience. That's just my visual from what I see. You know, the people gotta rock with you for you. They gotta rock with your channel for your channel. You know, you get to lining up with other people and stuff like that. I think it devalues you. Bring your value down. That's just how I see it, man. You know, some people might say I'm tripping. You know, straight up. I'm just keeping it a buck. You gotta reach out to her and tell her get with me. Straight up. Reach out to her, tell her get with me. Yeah. Straight up. You know, just keep it in a buck. You know what I'm saying? Hit that like button. Don't hit that subscribe button, man. Hit the subscribe button, man. You know, I appreciate y'all. Wack thought he was going to transition Clubhouse to YouTube, DZ to Roadblock. It didn't work. Yeah, it didn't work. L Rose, it didn't work. He thought so too. Yes, he did. Straight up. Yeah. We put a monkey wrench in his whole game. Because all these other niggas that was talking about Wack, that shit wasn't phasing him. I ain't even gonna lie. All these other niggas on the internet that was talking about Wack for years, that shit didn't phase him. That shit it still don't phase him. I think, honestly, that Wack cringe when we be going in. Damn, this nigga at it again. Straight up, I think it hits his gut. Y'all see we called Wack yesterday. He act like he ain't know who I was. Ain't that something? Man, this man done been on the phone with me for hours. Multiple times. Nigga, you know what my voice sound like. Straight up. He act like he ain't know who I was. You and R&B done sat in the crib and watched me. On live. Together. Shout out to R&B. Baby girl. With the BBL. Shout out to R&B with that BBL. Baby girl. Yeah. Y'all done sat in the crib and watched together. And you act like you ain't know who I was yesterday. Wack act like he ain't know who I was. Straight up. He act like he ain't know who I was. Stop it, Wack. You know who I am, man. I'm your worst nightmare. Yeah. Straight up. I'm your worst nightmare. Straight up. Yeah. I know it. I know it. Yeah. And you can't do nothing about it. Can't do nothing about it. At all. I know Wack be sitting there going through it. Damn right. Going through it. Man, I wish this nigga just stopped. And y'all know sometimes, right, I fall back a little bit and I guarantee you, Wack think that that's it, right? I guarantee you, right? Because I fall back a little bit. I guarantee you he think that's it. And then I turn it back up. I start the engine. We at it again. We ain't going nowhere. Straight up. We ain't stopping. Hell no. Damn right. We trying to make sure that everybody knows who Wack is. Yeah, they gotta know. You thought you had some power on the internet. You lost it all, Wack. You ain't got no power no more. It's over. You had power. You had power, Wack. Man, we took all the power, Wack. Took it all. Sucked it straight out. Got it. No more power. It's over. Now, we done took over the mental. The 100 side people is just sick that their boss that they never seen get handled like this gets handled. The 100 side ain't never seen their boss get handled like this, man. Never. Straight up. The 100 side goofies never seen Wack get consistently handled like this. He's always knew how to counter everybody. He just can't counter DZ. Can't, it's like, damn. What can I say? Yeah. You know, it's certain people though that Wack can't do nothing with. Wack can't do nothing with Charleston White. I gotta give it to him. He can't do nothing with him. He can't do nothing with DZ. He can't do nothing with certain people. Yeah. The people that he can get, right, are the people that act like they live by a street code. I'm telling all y'all this right now, right? When it come to Wack, you cannot live by a street code because he's not living by a street code. The nigga's the police. Man, the police don't live by a street code. A lot of people done let this nigga manipulate them to think that he living by a street code. That nigga ain't living by no damn street code. Hell no. You ain't never heard of the police living by a street code. Where? The police ain't living with no street mentality. Man, there's undercovers everywhere. There's undercover cops everywhere in the world. The FBI is everywhere in the world. Straight up. The FBI is everywhere. You gotta understand that you don't even know they the FBI. They in regular clothes. Straight up. They in regular clothes. You don't know they the FBI. Straight up. Man, the FBI followed me around for months, right? And I ain't know they was FBI. These niggas followed me around for months. But I told y'all, I'll go cold turkey in an instant. Straight up. I'll go cold turkey in an instant. Yeah. So they follow me around everywhere. I quit. Hey, yo. I'm keeping it a buck. They follow me around everywhere. I quit. Straight up. Yeah. I know they was pissed at me. I quit. I said, fuck the streets. Yeah. They followed me around for a minute. They wasted money. They paid these niggas. I quit. Yeah. Straight up. On a drop of a dime. I ain't playing no games. That's just me. You know? Yeah. I always told myself though, right? You can spend the money to zero, right? If you quit, right? And you got opportunity to make more, right? But if they catch you, you can't spend the money. You don't get no opportunity. Nothing. That's what, you know, people in the streets, they don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? People in the streets don't be understanding that. You know, niggas be scared to go broke. And listen, man, I'll fuck it all up. I ain't gonna lie. Damn right. Before I go to jail, shit. Damn right. Fuck it all up. Yeah. You gotta understand, your freedom is more important. You know? Your freedom is more important. Understandable though. You know? But you never know when them people follow you around. Now they can follow me. You know what I'm saying? I ask them, you need a ride? You good? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You can follow me everywhere you want to follow me now. You wasting your time fucking with me. You waste your damn time with me. You know? Because I don't want nobody to hell around me. Yeah. And to make sure that nobody ever tries to ask me anything criminal, I would let them know from the door. Nigga, you going to jail. Somebody said some criminal shit to me, I'm going to say, you going to jail, nigga. What are you talking about? Yeah, you going to jail. Don't say no criminal shit to me. Hell no. I'm one of the few that made it. Nigga, I sit here and think about, I'm one of the few, nigga. I be sitting here, man, I'm one of the few, nigga. I'm one of the few. Hey, man. Hey. I'm one of the few. I had to sit here, twinkle my toes. You know what I'm saying? I'm one of the few, nigga. Yeah. Everybody don't make it. You know? And I get to pop my shit. You know what I'm saying? I get to pop my shit. I ain't gonna lie, I get to pop my shit. I get to pop my shit. Yeah, I'm one of the few that made it. Yeah. You know? And I don't want no crazy shit around me. You know saying? Not at all. The hell away from me. You know? I'm blessed. I ain't gonna lie. I'm blessed, man. DZ blessed. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. DZ blessed, man. I'm blessed. Damn right. I'm blessed. I had enough sense to let the streets go. You know, it's like an addiction. I'm gonna be real. It's an addiction, man. The streets is an addiction. And the only way that you gonna leave the streets alone is if you deliver. You gotta be delivered from that shit. You know, everybody don't get delivered. You gotta literally be delivered. You know, like literally. You know, like it gotta like be out of your soul. It gotta come all the way out. It gotta be flushed. You know, I can never forget about the streets, right? But I'm so delivered, right? I'm gonna just be real. I'm be real. As an adult, I've never worked for nobody but myself, right? Straight up. As an adult, I've never worked for nobody but myself, right? But if I had to go and work for somebody now, if it had got crucial in my life and I had to go to work, oh, I'm going to fuck to work. You hear me? I'm just keeping it real. I've had my own businesses for 20 years. Straight up. Plus. Straight up. 20 plus years. My own businesses, right? I've had my own businesses, you know, for 20 plus years. As an adult, I've never worked for somebody, right? But if I had to, right, I would now. I ain't even gonna lie. If I had to, I fucking would. You know why? Because I ain't going to jail. I'm not going to jail. Yeah. You know, this is how you know I've been delivered. You know, I'm just keeping it real. This is how you know I've been delivered. Nigga, shit. Ain't nothing gonna get me back to the street. Nothing. You know, and you know, I've been delivered from smoking bud, drinking alcohol. I've been delivered, right? I've been delivered because I stopped smoking and drinking, right? For like a year and a half one time, right? This is on my own. And I came back and I smoked it and I had some drink. And I said, I think I did it for about 3 to about 5 months, right? And I said, man, this ain't for me. Hell no. I said, nah. You know, I wasn't delivered then, but I got delivered. And I'm like, yeah, this ain't for me. You know, no alcohol, no bud. I get a high off of doing the things I like to do. You know, that's my high. Doing whatever I like to do. You know, I celebrate with some water. Yeah, I celebrate with some water. Cheers. Cheers to everybody. Cheers. Cheers to everybody. I celebrate with some water, man. You know, just keeping it a buck. Cheers to everybody. Celebrate. I got some water. So if y'all drinking, toast is up to you. You know, toast is up to you. You know, I mean, that's just me. Cheers to everybody. You know, and I'm just feeling good. You know, toast up to everybody. You know, I'm just happy. You know, I'm just happy, man. I ain't gonna lie. I'm happy. Yeah. You know, I stay sucker free. And I'm keeping the negative energy away from me. See, you got to know yourself. You know what I mean? I know I got issues with responding. So I got to keep the negative energy away. You know, no matter what it is. You know, you gotta know keep that negative energy away, because I got issue responding. You know, I just want to enjoy. You know, yeah. I'm a better person today than I was years ago. You know, just being real, right? I am a better person today than I was years ago. I gotta be real. Straight up. I rock with everybody that rock with me, but y'all know I keep it real. I am a better person today than I was years ago. Years ago, I might react different than I will today. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know, it was years ago, it was all street mentality. And so now I can't forget things and how to handle things in the street, but my mentality different. You know? Yeah. But years ago, it was all street mentality. All street stuff. You know? Now, this how you know I'm mature. I understand things differently. And I look at things differently. And I love it. I ain't gonna lie, I love it. I love it. Yeah. And, you know, one thing I do notice, right, is certain people will bring back that feeling that I've been delivered from. So I got to stay away from them people. You know, I mean, listen, know yourself. Know yourself. Certain people will bring back those feelings to make me want to go back. You know, certain people now. Certain people. So I got to stay away from certain things. Because it ain't, you know, hard to go back. You know? So certain people, you know, will bring them back. So I got to stay away. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I'm a different person. I'm a different person today. You know, and I love it. Yeah, I love it. It's a hell of a feeling. You know, having good dialogue today, man. I just wanted to, you know, make sure I, you know, come rock with the people, man. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe to the channel, man. It's good dialogue today, man. I like to come and rock with the people, and you know, we building. We building. You know, I know I go hard in the paint. You know, I go hard in the paint, man. I go hard in the paint. Hard in the paint. Yeah. Straight up. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, man. Yeah. This is therapy for me too, though. Yeah. This is therapy. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah. Y'all my folks. You know. The ones that rock with me, y'all my folks. You know. Yeah. And I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. If you haven't smashed that like button, hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button, man. Share this live. You know. Shout out to all y'all in the chat. You know what I mean? Shout out to all y'all in the chat, man. Yeah. You know, because I know if you in the chat, you hit that subscribe button. So shout out to all y'all in the chat. Bless Nigel Beauty. Appreciate the super chat. So proud of you, DZ. Keep shining. I appreciate you. Appreciate the super chat. Big facts. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Feel good. Appreciate all y'all. Y'all know we go in. Yeah. Great conversation, man. Great conversation. You know, all y'all in the chat, man. Shout out to y'all, man. Yeah. Hats off. Yes, sure. Yeah, DZ been delivered. So, you know, I kind of know myself, you know. Kind of know myself. I do. I ain't gonna lie. Kind of know myself. Yeah. You know, I ain't gonna lie. You know, being real, right? In this life, right? I never know, but you never know how things is gonna go for you, right? And I never knew that I would be doing YouTube. Never knew that, right? And I never knew that a lot of relationships that I had would no longer exist to me. I never knew these things, right? You know, things go whatever way God wants them to go, and that's just how it go. But I just never knew this would it be. I never knew that. You know what I mean? And you know, I don't have no love loss of, you know, the relationships that no longer are connected to me and that I don't have in life. You know, maybe they might be mad at me, you know, and hate me or whatever. But in life, I got to do what I got to do for my peace. You know, and I had to come to that understanding that I had to do what I had to do for my peace. That was important to me. You know. And if you got people that are there for you, don't take them for granted if you want to be involved with them people. Yeah, that's important. You know, if you want to be involved with them, you know, I'm a loner. I ain't gonna lie. I can be by myself. I can be around people. I can be by myself, all that. But I'm a loner, so I don't mind being by myself. Straight up. You know, I don't mind. Straight up. I can be by myself and enjoy me. But I don't, I don't mind, doing what I do dolo. I feel good. I feel good. Yeah. We dropping videos though. We got the videos going straight up. Hit that like button and hit that subscribe button, man. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. And share the live. Share the live. Share the live. Yeah. Yeah. Share the live. Yeah. Shit is good, man. Shit is like, life is good, man. Yeah, make sure y'all subscribe to the other channel. SBGB TV Worldwide. Yeah. We got 2 YouTube channels now. So make sure you subscribe to both of them. That's a good thing, We dropping content on both channels. Yeah. Turn your notifications on for the other channel as well. Turn your notifications on for the other channel as well. Shout out to all y'all, man. Yeah, shout out to all y'all, man. SBGB TV, man. Yeah. Yeah. Life is good. Life is good, man. Yeah. Good conversation today. Good conversation. Yeah, go check out the merch, sbgbtv.com. All the people from the 100 side, man. Go check out the merch. Go ahead and buy some of that merch from the 100 side, man. Let the boss Wack see you run around with that SBGB TV gear. Straight up. Yeah. Let the 100 side see you with that SBGB TV gear. Yeah. Let them see it. With that SBGB TV gear. Yeah. Michelle. What's up, Michelle? Trees. Yeah. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Yeah. Shout out to all y'all. Shout out to all y'all, man. One of them days. We definitely went in though. Chat, what's popping? What's popping in the chat, man? How y'all feeling, chat? What's popping? Yeah, then holla at me in the chat, man. What's happening? We in the chat with it. What's happening? That's how I'm feeling. Holla at you, boy. Yeah. Yeah. Holla at your boy, man. Shout out to all y'all in the chat, man. I know if you in the chat, you a subscriber. So, man, shout out to all the subscribers, man. You know, shout out to all the subscribers, man. Straight up. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. All that. Yeah. Feeling good, DZ. Okay, Nehemiah. Yeah, almost done, Michelle. Almost done. You gotta put another verse on there. I gotta get the ad-libs right. You know, we almost done. Yeah, the music is almost done. Yeah. You know, I'm learning how to work the software that I gotta record it on. So when it frustrates me, I gotta take a break. My brain, I already do this all the time, right? So when that stuff frustrates me, I gotta take a break. I can't be trying to fight with that. You know, that's the only thing. I'm learning how to work the software, but it's coming though. More people glorify the streets, and rarely do we hear someone glorifying that they got out the streets. Hats off, DZ. Facts. Now that's a fact. Hats off. Right though. Straight up. That's a fact. You know, that's why I like to glorify. You know? Yeah. I like to glorify. You know? Yeah. Yeah. So I gotta be real. I'm happy that I made it through. You know? In the music, you might hear me talking some street stuff. But understand, I ain't in those streets no more. You know what I'm saying? In the music, you might hear me talking slick in the music. Straight up. Blue chicken. Yeah. You know, we're going to be versatile. We're going to make all kinds of music, though. It's just the start. You know, you already got the label. You know, it's coming. But y'all know, DZ, like, you know, one man show. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's going to take me a little longer to do things, right? But this how I want it right now. You know, who knows in the future what I'm going to do. But this how I want it. Because I don't want no problems. I don't want no problems with nobody. You know, I know I'm going to go to jail. You know what I'm saying? And it feels good not to have a case at all. Traffic, criminal, nothing. So, you know, it feels good. Right though, hats off. We in the chat with it. Blue chicken, baby. Yeah, we in the chat with it, man. Shout out to the chat. You know. Yeah. Yeah. Shout out to the Chizat. Shout out to the chat. I'm feeling good though. I ain't gonna lie. I'm feeling good. Hit that like button and hit that subscribe button too. Yeah. We're gonna get consistent with these videos though. We gonna show. You know. You know. Yeah. We dropping every day. Make sure y'all be on the lookout. You know, and share the content too. You know, share the content on the social media sites. You know, you got social media, share the content. Yeah. You know, I appreciate all that. Yeah, share the content, man. For sure. Oh, man. Yeah, Wack definitely flashed the badge though. Tried to act like he got it from somewhere he didn't. Yeah. No, Michelle. No, Shelly. Don't do it, Shelly. No. Don't do it. Don't do it. No soda. Let it go. Right though, Jammies. Definitely. You know, flash that badge. Yeah. Wack ain't right. Definitely flash that badge. He ain't right. And we all know it. We all know it. We all know it. For sure. Great conversation, though. Yeah, hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Question. Why some street people live in the hood, but they got a Bentley and they live in the projects? You know why, hats off? Because they tell us the cars. The cars is the representation of us, not where you live. It's what they tell you in the hood. You know, it ain't about where you live. It's what kind of car you drive. You know? Yeah. You know, if you pull up in a Bentley butt naked and you live in the projects, you can still get a dime. That's what they tell us. You know? Pull up in the Bentley butt naked. They gonna get in. You know? It's the mind state that they tell us. But we should be thinking about getting the crib first. You know? Get the crib first, then get the car. You know? It's okay for people that, you know, had to live in the hood but try to get out of it. You know? Some people gotta live in the hood, understandable, but the goal should be to get up out of there. For real, for real. That's the goal. You know, to get up out of there. It's experiences that you're going to go through, but not getting stuck. Yeah. People get stuck and get cool with that, then go get a Bentley. You know? Get up out of that hood, get you a nice crib, you know? Then get you a Bentley. They gonna keep making Bentleys. You know, you can go in there and get you a car easier than you can get a crib. But if you got that damn Bentley and it's a payment on there, you're not gonna be able to get the same kind of crib that you would be able to get if you didn't have it on there. You know? Oh yeah, debt to income ratio. So I think that right there, a lot of people do it backwards. You know? Yeah. A lot of people do it backwards. Get you a nice crib. Be all right with the house first, the car come later. People be trying to impress people too with the car before they got it. You know? I'm gonna make sure I do a short on Worldwide later on about what really is the devil. You know, I'm doing a short referencing that because I think, you know, a lot of people confuse what the devil is. So I'm gonna do a short on Worldwide about the devil. You know, a lot of people get lost, get caught up. You know, a lot of people get caught up. Yeah. Right though, C. Brown. Getting to it at the job. Get that paper. Get that paper. Yeah. Laid back, man. Good content, though. Let me see. Yeah. Let me see here. Let's see here. Let's see what happened. With Kata. What up? We'll look and see what happened with Kata. Hit that like button, though. And hit that subscribe button. You know, I appreciate y'all. Let's see what happened with Kata. Hold up. Let's see what happened with Kata. What updates? Hold up. Let's see what happened with Kata. We pull this out. Hold up. Hold up.
Breaking right now, a car connected to the disappearance of 23-year-old Kata Scott has been located in Philadelphia's East Falls neighborhood.
Chopper 6 is live over the Gypsy Lane condos in East Falls, where the 1999 gold Toyota Camry was found this afternoon. It was just this morning that police said they were searching for that car as part of the investigation.
Well, that car was found just hours after police said they found personal items belonging to Scott at an abandoned school building in East Mount Airy. Let's go live now to Philadelphia police, who are giving an update on the car that was found.
Any reason that the information on the car was held back until today? You were tracking it around the city, and the information comes in today, and we have a car a couple hours later.
Again, it was the public's help. Okay, we suspected that car was attached to Mr. King. We had to gather the evidence enough to actually go look for the vehicle.
How long were police tracking this car?
I'm not going to get into that.
Any further conversations with Mr. King?
I'm not going to discuss that.
I'm sorry, you may have said this, but what is the connection to the deceased?
I'm not going to discuss that right now.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Not a lot of additional details there given by police. Of course, we're keeping an eye on the car that was found. It's Wednesday night. The big story on Action News is the breaking update in the search for Kata Scott. The 23-year-old has not been seen since October 4th.
And authorities did mention they have not found her body. The investigation obviously fluid and continuing. Action News continuing to follow this breaking news story. Let's go to Action News reporter John Paul, who's live at the scene in East Mount Airy with the very latest. John.
Yeah, Rick, I'm over here in the Germantown area. This is the abandoned school where police were called to just a few hours ago, and they found some evidence. I want to bring you up to speed what we're seeing right now. There is still a van parked in the back, and what they're doing is we've seen crews actually boarding up windows. There are a lot of broken windows and holes here. We're not sure if the evidence was found inside the abandoned school or not. There's only one officer left here at the scene because about 30 or 40 minutes ago, they left the scene here to go over to East Falls, where that car was discovered.
We have a lot of digital evidence, video and other, which provides us with this individual.
An arrest tonight in the disappearance of 23-year-old Kata Scott, who hasn't been seen since October 4th. 21-year-old Keon King is now charged with kidnapping. Police say he was the last person to see Scott, and they were likely together in this 1999 gold Toyota Camry. The vehicle was just located a short time ago on the 4000 block of Gypsy Lane in East Falls.
We're not done our investigation. We need to find Miss Scott, figure out where she is, what may have happened to her.
Just over an hour after the news conference, a tip led police here to an abandoned middle school near Aubrey Arboretum in Germantown. It's close to an area police had canvassed last Friday.
Shortly after arriving out here, we were able to locate some physical evidence which ties Miss Scott to this scene. And obviously this is very substantial.
Sources tell Action News that evidence included clothing items and a debit card with Scott's name on it. Police used canines, drones, and crime scene technicians to search the grounds and could be seen circling evidence outside. Family members of Kata Scott heard about the search and they came out to the scene. They talked with investigators but were too distraught to talk with us about the case. Neighbors who are following this hope that Scott is found soon.
This is somebody's family. This is someone's loved one. And everyone is affected by the circumstances. That someone so evil could go and kidnap her. And we just want to find her alive.
And police are treating this as if she is still alive, as we are live over East Falls right now. And this is that Camry that police were looking for. It only took a few hours after the news conference this morning to locate this. We know the canines have been out there. Police are guarding that vehicle right now. And sources also confirm that King's family lives in that area where that vehicle was found. Back out here live, we also know that King was arrested and charged with kidnapping and I believe assault on a female acquaintance. However, Shari, that case was later dropped when investigators say the victim didn't show up for court. We're live tonight in Germantown.
Yeah. They know something happened to her. Yeah. They know something happened to her because they out there searching like that, you know. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. They know something happened to her. Let me see. Hold up. Let me see. Hold up.
Good evening, Jackie.
Yeah. They know something happened to her.
Good evening, Jackie. Police say this video is very important now. What the district attorney's office is trying to prove is that there is a pattern of violence in King's behavior. A viral video circulating on social media is giving us a new look at the man accused of kidnapping 23-year-old Kata Scott, who has now been missing for nearly 2 weeks. The Philadelphia District Attorney's Office confirms the cell phone video shows 21-year-old Keon King outside the home of a woman he's accused of kidnapping and assaulting earlier this year.
What we're seeing and what we continue to see is a clear pattern, of violence of this type of behavior.
Investigators say the woman who recorded the video is heard warning someone inside the home to call police while pleading with King to leave. King, dressed in a black hooded jacket, is seen hopping the backyard fence, then peering into the home through a window. Officials say he attempted to get inside multiple times. According to investigators, this video was recorded about an hour before that woman was kidnapped.
Ultimately, when the complaining witness and eyewitness on that case stepped out of the property later that day is when the kidnapping occurred, and he grabbed the victim, put her in the car, and drove away and assaulted her.
Prosecutors also say children were present during the incident.
There were definitely children in the house when that happened, and the information we have is also that his 2-year-old was in the car when the kidnapping occurred.
The original kidnapping charge was withdrawn in May when the victim didn't appear in court, but following the investigation into Kata Scott's disappearance, those charges have now been refiled. Scott disappeared on October 4th. On Tuesday, King turned himself in. The next day, police canvassed an abandoned school in Germantown, recovering evidence now linked to Scott. Just hours later, King's car was found abandoned at an apartment complex in East Falls. That car is now considered a critical piece of evidence in the investigation into her disappearance. Officials say their focus is still the same focus they've had since October 4th, and that is to bring Kata Scott home. So any information of her whereabouts is important. For anyone who has that information, they're asking people to simply call 911. In Center City, Shaira Arias, NBC 10 News.
Yeah. Dude was a weirdo. Yeah, dude was a weirdo. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Dude was a weirdo.
Breaking right now, a car connected to the disappearance of 23-year-old Kata Scott has been located in Philadelphia's East Falls neighborhood.
Fox 29 News has learned that Fox 29 News has learned that 21-year-old Keon King has an active protection from abuse order against him recently from a third young female in effect until 2027. That's in addition to the multiple kidnapping and related charges he's being held on $2.5 million bail on now in the disappearance of Kata Scott and the prior kidnapping case from earlier this year that was dismissed initially by the Philadelphia District Attorney's Office. It was refiled this week after King's arrest in the Kata Scott case.
Carry caught the cops.
Philadelphia police sources tell me this video, posted on social media and shared widely following King's arrest this week, is part of the evidence in the first kidnapping case, dismissed by the DA's office, showing him walk up to the victim's window.
Keon here.
Law enforcement sources tell me King was also a suspect in a prior rape case involving yet another woman, adding more to their belief that King has a pattern of very bad behavior with women. Sources tell me investigators found Kata's glasses, her iPad case, and her cell phone case, along with her bank card, in the search of this no longer used Philadelphia public school building yesterday. That's 2.5 miles, mostly down Stanton Avenue, from where she worked and was last seen. While King hasn't been as cooperative as detectives would like, sources tell me the young man that she was on a date with the night she was last seen did cooperate. She went on a date here to Topgolf Saturday night, arriving home at 9:45 p.m., just 5 minutes before her mother saw her leave for work. That young man told police how easily approachable Kata is, based on how he met her by just rolling down his car window and was able to easily strike up a conversation with her.
This is day 12 of Kata not being with us. And as you know, each day the desperation grows.
Kata's father on Good Day Philadelphia for the second straight morning, hoping to keep the public on alert for her, brought his two brothers with him, hoping to reach the person who may know King and may know what happened after police say she got into King's car.
There's one person out there that is a good friend of his that, you know, has a heart. And you know, understands the severity of this and speaks up.
Dad Kevin Scott wearing his daughter's name on his hooded sweatshirt over his heart, hoping someone watching with a good heart will hear him.
Let my daughter go. Bring my daughter back home. She has loved ones, family, friends that all care about her. She has a bright head on the shoulders, a great future. You know, people make mistakes. If she's alive and breathing, you know, just get her back home, you know?
We want her home.
At the Criminal Justice Center, Steve Keeley, Fox 29 News.
Wow. 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 This guy has a history of this type of behavior. Whew. Yeah. He got restraining orders. He's stalking through the windows. He's known for this. And to hear that, now listen to this. She went on a date before she went to work that night. And this guy must have knew that she was out with another man. And he did something to her. Because they saying they found her glasses, her credit card. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Crazy. Yeah, he did something to her. And they found him in the back of an abandoned school. Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy, though. Yeah, dude knew she went out with somebody else. Yeah, man. Damn. Young girl, too. Only 23 years old. Yeah, she was a young girl. 23 years old, man. You know, this funny looking dude, man. Yeah, you gotta. Man, some women like them funny looking guys, man. You gotta watch out. You know, them guys don't be getting no women. They don't be getting no damn women. Damn. That's crazy. Smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, man. God damn. Yeah, he got with her. She was a little pretty little thing. Yeah. He seemed like he was real possessive. He was in stalking women's windows and most stuff. Yeah, that's deep. And hit that like button and hit that subscribe button, man. Wow. Wow. Yeah, hit that subscribe button, because yeah, that dude was tripping. Yeah. They said they found key evidence. Yeah. Yeah. That was deep right there. Yeah. That was deep right there. I ain't even gonna lie. That was deep. Us just hearing that right there, that was deep.
A 23-year-old mysteriously vanishes after getting off of work.
Any young people today, they can't live without having that phone in their hand. So
yeah, that was deep right there. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button.
A 23-year-old mysteriously vanishes after getting off of work.
Any young people today, they can't live without having that phone in their hand. So that's a concern. You left her car behind. It's certainly something that's not usual of somebody who's missing voluntarily.
A week into her disappearance, a 21-year-old is arrested, accused of kidnapping her. We'll explain what this latest development means as police say she still hasn't been found.
The number one priority is locating Miss Scott. Just want to make that very clear.
This is Inside the Crime, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Elizabeth Milner. This is a Law and Crime legal alert. There are allegations claiming that the online apps like DraftKings and FanDuel are engineered for addiction. Harm and gambling lawsuits sent the working her shift at an
Not have, as we've said multiple times at this point, we do not know where Miss Scott is. So at this point, our lead charge is kidnapping.
So how did this case begin? On Saturday, October 4th, Kata Scott had just finished working her shift at an assisted living facility, but she never made it home that night. Her parents feared the worst, especially because they hadn't heard from her, so they reported her missing the very next day. The search for Kata was on because wherever she was, her friends, family, and even police believe she didn't go willingly.
We've been investigating that since that time, really trying to do everything we can to figure out where she might have went. Like her car was found at the location. No one has received a call from her. We know her phone is not in operation anymore. So a lot of what we're doing is following the evidence that we have, witnesses that gave us information. Some of that evidence has led us to this area. We've looked in other areas too. This particular area, the Aubrey Arboretum, all right, it's a very large area. It's all wooded area mostly. There's a lot of fences and activity going on in there. So it wasn't very easy to search with just a few detectives. So we enlisted the help of our academy classes. They're here. They were given specific instructions by our crime scene investigation people, and we're just looking in the area. To this point, nothing has been found that's related to the investigation. We found some clothing items, which we have no idea if they're related to this or not, but they were taken just to look into. But at this point, we're just doing everything we can. We try to do that on missing person investigations. We do everything we can to make sure we run down every lead. This particular case led us to this area. It's a very large area, and we had to do what we had to do. It's not the first time we've done this. I've been in the department over 35 years. I've worked in the Detective Bureau a long time. We've done this in missing persons in the past where we enlisted the help of the Academy.
Frank, how concerned are you about, she's been gone almost a week now, no cell phone, no bank, no any trace, right?
Yeah, 23-year-old who, is a social media person, as we hear. She disappeared off social media, so it's concerning. Any young people today, they can't live without having that phone in their hand. So that's a concern. You left her car behind. It's certainly something that's not usual of somebody who's missing voluntarily.
According to police, they interviewed Kata's coworkers. Her coworkers didn't notice anything strange. Her coworkers didn't notice any strange behavior from her prior to her disappearance. But would Kata's family unlock new clues for police to investigate? According to her family, the 23-year-old was receiving harassing messages. It's unclear who that person was that sent those messages. But during that October 8th press conference, officials said they were still investigating the case as a missing persons case.
I'll stick to it's a troubling missing person report. It's certainly troubling, so we don't know if foul play was involved, but we certainly see some signs that this person wasn't voluntarily missing. So because of that, we're doing everything we can to figure out who she contacted and where she is now.
Days and more days went by, no sign of Kata. And all true crime watchers know how missing persons cases are. Time is so critical. Then a major development. There was an arrest.
All right. Good morning. Just want to give you an update on the disappearance of Kata Scott, which occurred on October 4th, 11 days ago. I'm going to provide you an update in terms of an individual that is currently in custody for his involvement in the disappearance of Miss Scott. However, still a lot of work needs to be done. And so just want to make that very clear as to why we are here and the information that you will receive. Essentially letting you know how we have gotten here, but more so the public's help that we need right now. The public has been very, very helpful thus far in providing a lot of information, which the investigators have been able to track down a lot of the leads, which has helped us get to this point here. But as I said, a lot of work still to be done. The number one priority is locating Ms. Scott. I just want to make that very clear. And so while we are at this stage of this now, that's our priority.
So who's the individual authorities have in their custody? 21-year-old Keon King, who police say surrendered on Tuesday. But a quick look into his record showed a very dark pattern.
Want folks to understand this person has a little bit of a pattern of this type of history. And so we want to encourage anyone that may have been involved with this individual, anyone that may know this individual, please, at this point in time, make that phone call. Feel comfortable enough to call us and let us know if you have any information regarding this person, regarding any interaction you've had with this individual. If you have been a victim of any crime regarding this individual, I want you to understand now is the time to make that phone call and let us know. Give us that information so that we can continue on.
Our evidence that we followed, and we did involve a lot of investigators on this, led us to several places, that digital evidence. And as everybody knows, we searched a very large area up in the Aubrey Arboretum, and we came up really with negative results. After that time, we asked the Homicide Division, the FBI Violent Crime Task Force to enter into the investigation to assist. All right, and we continued our search trying to track Ms. Scott's whereabouts along with anybody she may have encountered during that time. Our evidence is pretty clear that she was in communication with an individual. That individual appears to meet her very shortly after she leaves her place of work. And very shortly after that, she disappears off of the footprint. We have a lot of digital evidence, video and other, which provides us with this individual by the name of Keon, K-E-O-N, King, K-I-N-G. We believe this individual, and through our evidence, we were able to charge this individual. The district attorney was able to charge the individual. You'll hear from them shortly with kidnapping at this point. It's very important to know we're not done our investigation. We need to find Ms. Scott, figure out where she is, or what may have happened to her to cause her to completely disappear from all her items, her phone, her Instagram, social media sites, and everywhere else, work. She left her car at that location. So it's very important that this individual, who does have prior history of being arrested, especially for this very same thing, this year was charged with kidnapping another female acquaintance. That case was dismissed from court, and I'll explain it. It's going to be refiled now as we're going to move forward to attempt. So he's being really charged with 2 cases today of kidnapping. And in that case, it involves assaults that occurred during the kidnapping. So this is a pattern of behavior. That vehicle that you've seen, the Toyota Camry, was his vehicle. All right, that vehicle's not recovered. All right, some of the stuff he did as we attempted to find him was he got rid of things like the car, the phone. We're not able to find things that he was using. He had an address in Southwest Philadelphia. He had other addresses that it looks like he's not using anymore. So he attempted to elude us for some time. He did come in last night. He's here being processed, but there's a lot of questions we still have. So we're asking the public's help. We need it more than ever. This car, you'll see a better picture of it when we send it to you digitally. It's a gold-colored Camry, 1999. It has heavy front-end damage on the left front bumper. All right, that's being described that way several times. We know it's been in the Mount Airy area. We have photos of it in Center City. We have pictures of it in Grace Ferry area and in Southwest Philadelphia. So it's possible that it could be anywhere. It could be outside the city. So if somebody sees this, thinks they know where this car is, it's very possible it doesn't have this tag on it anymore. So if you see a car like it, we're urging you to call police, have it investigated. Any information on this, you can call our tip line, 215-686-TIPS, 8477. or the homicide division directly and give that information.
According to a report by NBC 10 Philadelphia, officers got a tip about evidence found outside of a local middle school. Photos later revealed the very car investigators were looking for was parked at the Ada H. Lewis Middle School. But they searched the school's property. Still no sign of Kada. But according to the report, the school is located near the Aubury Arboretum, where police searched for Kada last Friday. Officials believe Keon was the last person in contact with Kada. But again, he's not facing any murder charges, just kidnapping until investigators find out more.
What I can confirm is that our office, as of the early morning hours into the early morning hours this morning, did charge this individual with charges, the lead charge being kidnapping. You know, as we've said multiple times at this point, we do not know where Miss Scott is. So at this point, our lead charge is kidnapping. What we're able to confirm and what I was able to charge based on is what we know, which has already been said, which is that this person, Mr. King, is the last person we believe to be in contact with her, and that he was in contact with her when she went offline, meaning her phone, everything. So at this point, the investigation has led us here, and we're able to charge him with kidnapping, recklessly endangering another person, use of a communication facility, meaning his phone. We were able to track his phone and communications on his phone. He's being processed as we speak. When I picked up this investigation, one of the things that our office also learned was that he did have a previous case. It was a 2025 case for very similar conduct, strangulation and kidnapping. That case had been withdrawn by our office based on the witness failing to appear at court.
According to reports, during that incident, Keon allegedly kidnapped a woman he knew in front of her home, threw her in a car, assaulted her, and just let her go. So did the same thing happen to Kada, and he allegedly stashed her somewhere? As of this recording, Kada still hasn't been found, as we're nearing 2 weeks into her disappearance. But her family is holding on to hope for a safe return. Loved ones wrote on GoFundMe, "We've established a verified reward fund for credible information that leads directly to Kada's safe recovery. Every dollar raised strengthens our ability to bring her home and encourages anyone with information to come forward. If Kada is found before the funds are distributed, or if law enforcement determines the reward is no longer necessary, any remaining balance will be donated to a verified missing persons organization or used to assist other families of missing persons." So where is Kada? That's the question on everyone's mind. I'm joined now by retired FBI agent Colin Schmidt. Colin, thank you so much for joining me. You know, we have a 23-year-old girl who's missing. Her cell phone is off. There's no sign of her, but a person is in custody for her kidnapping. What's your reaction?
Well, it appears from the media reports that there was some sort of relationship between the two of them prior to her disappearance. So the first thing that comes to mind is this may be an act of domestic violence, and that something went awry and now she's missing. And unfortunately, statistically speaking, in cases like this, many times the victim ends up being, has passed away. I have hope that she's not, that she's, just laying low and hiding from him or whatever, will come forward very quickly. But right now, just based upon the social media and the media reports, it doesn't look good for her.
Yeah, and it's just terrible to think about, especially given that before her disappearance, she had talked to family and friends just about somebody sending her harassing messages to her phone, all of that stuff. So I'm kind of wondering, was this a possible situation where maybe she rejected him romantically? He didn't like taking no for an answer, and then maybe he did something to her. What are your thoughts on the whole domestic aspect of this?
Well, I think you're spot on. I think there was some sort of catalyst that created this event. And most likely it was something that she did or did not do that set him off, so to speak. And we don't know what happened. I mean, right now we just have him in custody and she is missing, although they did say they did find incriminating evidence in, I think, where he was living. So we don't know what that evidence is yet. But based upon, the pattern of these events that we've seen over and over and over again, it appears that it was likely a volatile relationship and then it just went bad.
And I'm thinking to myself, a 21-year-old accused of kidnapping, I'm thinking, where would he stash her? Where do you think somebody like this, who has a pattern of this kind of dark behavior, would go and stash a 23-year-old if she is still alive?
Well, it comes down to just basic human psychology. He's going to go where he's familiar. and whether it be an apartment that he's aware of, or friends, or a storage facility, or a vehicle, or a park, or something that he's very familiar with, that's the most likely place that she would be. Or if she did if her life was taken from her, it would be along some sort of road that he travels quite a bit, or some area that he's very familiar with.
And police say that they are still treating this as a missing person investigation. We're about 2 weeks into her disappearance. But where does the search go from here? Is it back to square one?
Well, it like we've talked about over and over again, it always comes back to the phones. They're going to get the location data off of both phones. I mean, I believe they did find her phone and it was not functioning. So they're going to look at that call history. They're going to look at the GPS pings. They're going to look at all that and look at areas that they both have in common, that they both are aware of. And that would be the first places to look, is basically reconcile the two phones together and see what the GPS data is saying.
And do you think there's some surveillance video footage out there somewhere of maybe her last known steps and things like that? Because I'm thinking it's 2025. There has to be some type of surveillance footage out there somewhere that can lead police to some different direction.
Well, I think once they establish the timeline of her locations, then that'll be the next step, is canvassing those neighborhoods for the Ring cameras, for the cameras that are on the side of houses, and then also basically vehicle information to see where his car has been. So yeah, there's high probability there is surveillance video out there, because you hit the nail on it. We're in a surveillance state right now, so there's almost always surveillance video.
And I want to go back to a point that you had just mentioned about time. How important is time here, consider that this is still a missing persons case?
Well, time is everything in all crime, in all criminal investigations, but more in violent crime, especially missing person. The longer they wait, the longer, the more likely evidence is going to disappear. People's memories are going to fade. And frankly, if in fact that she is deceased, then the evidence that's on the body is also going to kind of evaporate, so to speak.
And as much as I don't want this investigation or this case to turn this route, but when do investigators start to make that determination that this is going from a missing persons case to a homicide investigation?
Well, I think they have to have some sort of probable cause to be able to call it a homicide, whether it be a text message or some sort of data point that shows that a violent act occurred before they do move to that point. So right now we are fairly early in the investigation, so it's just a matter of time, and the law enforcement is doing everything in their power to track down all the leads, because they do hold out hope, and there is always the assumption that she is alive and they want to recover her before something worse happens to her.
And I think what's also very scary about this case, too, is that Keon King, the suspect who has been charged with her kidnapping, has also had kind of similar dark behavior like this before, even going as far back as just this year, where he was accused of kidnapping another woman. But in that incident, he let her go, and he wasn't in jail for that case because the charges were dropped after the victim didn't appear in court. But what's your thoughts on the possible escalation that might have been happening that we know of?
Well, likely in a case like that, that's a documented case of a kidnapping. There's probably undocumented cases where people didn't come forward. Now that this is in the media and he's behind bars, I would be surprised if people didn't start coming forward to talk about incidents and experience they had with him where he was violent or acted, frankly, creepy or weird.
Mm-hmm. And in terms of just looking for a 23-year-old in this vast area where there's a lot of land, a lot of buildings, how difficult is it to search for her when, we have so little to go off from what we know publicly?
Well, it just comes down to filtering information. So they have to canvass the neighborhoods, canvass her family, find out what her places are that she's familiar with, and then, of course, find places that he's familiar with, and then start there. And then basically apply some logic to the search, because they have to be able to filter where they put resources, because you hit the nail on the head that the area is so vast, they would be looking for a needle in a haystack unless they're able to filter that haystack down to a handful of hay, so to speak.
And in terms of interrogating him, do you think that he is going to tell investigators where Kata is, whether or not she is still alive, which is what we're hoping for, or if something terrible and tragic did happen to her too, if he's going to tell authorities where she is?
Well, the success of an interrogation comes down to a couple of factors. Number one, the age and sophistication of the person being interviewed, and his experience with law enforcement. So in fact, if he's been interviewed multiple times by law enforcement, he's going to be a harder person to talk to. And then also the skill of the interviewer. And I'm sure the police are very skilled at this. So it's more likely than not, he is going to give up incriminating information unless he was instructed by his legal counsel not to cooperate.
And we do know that the FBI is assisting the Philadelphia Police Department in this investigation. In terms of where they're going to help, where do you think that that's going to lie at?
Well, the FBI, along with the U.S. Marshal Service, they lead the world in cell phone tracking technology and being able to read the pings and the data off the cell sites. So that'll be the first place where they'll probably deploy the CAST team to filter through the literally millions of lines of data that come off those cell towers. And then they may also bring in the behavioralist from the so-called profiler unit to get an idea of what he's about, and also understand what his patterns are, his lifestyle patterns, which would also help them narrow down the search.
Hopefully that investigators and the FBI can hopefully find Kata safe and sound and hopefully bring her back to her family. That's what we're hoping for here. Colin Schmidt, I want to thank you so much for your time and your insight into this case. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Again,
hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Yeah, that's sad though. Weird dude, and no sign of her. 2 weeks. And I hope they find her. It's a bad look though. Yeah. But they definitely not telling us everything. We know that. They're not telling us everything. They don't want to mess the investigation up. I'm sure they hoping that, somebody probably in his family would give him a lead. But damn, dirty dude, man. He turned himself in. So I'm sure his family members had encouraged him to turn himself in because they was hitting their cribs, serving search warrants all in their cribs. It's crazy though. Yeah. Yeah, man. He said when they run up on you in the streets, police don't go by the law. It's sad. Yeah, but in this situation, they want to abide by the law when it's somebody that's missing. Yeah. I think because they don't want to mess the case up, if they do something, even though it's a serious situation, they know if they get out of line and mess something up publicly with this, they could jeopardize the case. So that could be. But I know they definitely know something, man. He said he looked like he would never tell. Like he gonna go all the way with it, Trees. There are some damn idiots. They dropped the first case, so he felt like they won't do shit. Yeah. They definitely dropped that first case, and it made him continue to be the sicko he was. Yeah. Dude didn't get no women and met something pretty, ran into something else. Every broad he got, he was on some weird stuff. And the ones that were able to get away from him, I know they look at this now like, man, I escaped everything. Yeah. Yeah, it's their fault it happened. No. Police would have held it on him. especially when they see that he had a restraining order till 2027. That's something though. He had a restraining order till 2027. Yeah. Yeah. Restraining order since 2027. Yeah, that's deep. Smash that like button and share the live, man. You know, I appreciate all of y'all that rock with SBGB TV. Yeah. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, share the live. Yeah, man. It's a sad situation. We're going to keep up with it, find out what's going on with the case, and talk about it. So why get on the news and not tell the people something? You know, they definitely are professionals at doing that, though, Trees. They get on the news and then tell you they can't answer nothing. Yeah. I don't know if it's to try to get the attention of the public, to try to get information, but not reveal the evidence that they might have or the stuff they might know, so it don't jeopardize the case. But you know, I think they be getting on that news though to try to see who they can get to come forward by seeing the case. Yeah, straight up. Crazy though. I ain't gonna lie about that. Definitely crazy. Hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. Yeah. But I appreciate all y'all. You know, if you're a member of the channel, put a 1 in the chat so we can shout you out. And if you haven't, smash the like button. Hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button. You know. And I appreciate all y'all, man. Crazy situation, though. Crazy situation, man. Yeah. About to get up out of here in a second. Make sure y'all be on the lookout for the times that we're going to be dropping videos at 9 a.m. East Coast time, 4 p.m. West Coast time. That's when we dropping videos. Bless Naija Beauty. Butterflies. Yeah. You know, 6 a.m. West Coast time, 1 p.m. West Coast time. Yeah. So, you know, we dropping videos. I say it's the parents, cousin, uncle's fault before the police. It's from family first. I can't say that. She was 23, hats off. Yeah, she was 23, bro. You can't say that. You know what I'm saying? 23 years old. You ain't listening to what your parents talk about. You out there running. Yeah. You rebelling. At 23, you gonna rebel. Yeah, you ain't trying to hear nothing the parents said. So I don't agree with that, bro. Yeah. You don't know no 23-year-old women that want to listen to what they mom and dad uncle say. They like, man, you can't tell me what to do. I'm grown. Yeah. You know, maybe if she was a kid, then you might can say that. But then you got kids that rebel too. You know, the internet has took over. Yeah. The internet has took over, man. Just wondering why she didn't get in her car. Because, you know, dude probably told her, we're going to take this ride. You know, dude probably said, we're going to take this ride. It was somehow that he manipulated her to go with him. You can tell that. He manipulated her to go with him. You know, she clocked out of work. Yeah. And you see that they said she went on a date before she went to work. So she went on a date before she went to work, then went to work and clocked out 20 minutes after she got to work. Dude, manipulated to come with him. And he probably knew that she went on a date the whole time and, nice talked her to get into the car and then flipped on her. Yeah. That could have happened just like that because she went out willingly and signed out the job. So, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, man. Hey, one thing that I've learned though with humans, kids, when they get a certain age and stuff like that, if both of the parents ain't on the same accord, that could be a messy situation. And then some kids, they just develop their own way of thinking. So you never know, man. You never know. I mean, I know I used to say certain things, that I thought would never happen with me, and then they happen. So you just never know. I remember them days I said, man, not me, not mine. I'm just like, man, So, yeah. She was 23 years old, man. So I don't really think that it was nothing that they could do at 23. You got to let the people get out there a little bit. At 23, you're not listening to your parent, man. Ain't no 23-year-old. Yeah, they might listen a little bit, but they going to do what they want to do. They like, man, I'm doing what I want to do. What are you going to tell me? They might not come back home. You talking about do this. Yeah. Man, hats off. You know that. Man. Yeah. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. But I really think she was manipulated. She was really manipulated to get in that car. Dude probably knew that she went out with somebody else and snapped out. My damn allergies went off tonight too. Yes, they did. My damn allergies went off tonight, man. But hit that subscribe button, smash that like button, man. Check the merch out. SBGBTV.com. Yeah, man, I appreciate all y'all that rock with SBGB TV. And we about to get up out of here, man. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Share the live. And I appreciate all y'all, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat, all the members. Shout out to all y'all. Facts. But we got a video dropping at 9 a.m. It's already scheduled to drop. So make sure y'all hit that like button and share the live. Share the video that's dropping. Hit the like button on the video. Watch the video. Yeah. But I appreciate all y'all, man. Straight up. Hats off, keep saying not mine. Man, listen, man. You ain't got no control over them at a certain point. Straight up. Yeah. You ain't got no control over them at a certain point, hats off. You might get want to, but you ain't got no control over them, man. We might want the best for them, but at a certain age, man, you ain't got no control, man. Even, it's young kids that you can't control, man. I ain't going to jail for no kid. Straight up. A kid get to rebelling against me, I'm not going to jail for none of them. Shit. That already happened to me. I ain't doing that. Yeah. Straight up. Yeah, my allergies went off. I don't know what happened, but I'm gonna take me allergy medicine, and my shit went straight off. Crazy. Like, God damn, I hate it. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, man. Share the live, man. Shout out to all the SBGB TV family. You know, and shout out to all the people that came over to the chat. You know, we definitely took over the 100 side. The 100 side, nigga, we took over them. Always. The 100 side gotta check for us. They check for us daily now. Every day, they checking for us. They want to see what's going on. You know, they want to see what's going on. We appreciate them. Come on over here. You know, come on over here and check. See how we crushing, going ham on the boss. Yeah. We all know the boss is the police. Police! Yeah. Hit that subscribe button, man. Hit that like button, man. We up out of here. It's your boy DZ, man. You already know. It's not about the setback. It's about the get back. Now.